welcome. Genanini. Sit down, get yourself cozy and comfortable wherever you are, because it's about to be lit up in this dialogue. So welcome to this conversation. I will be speaking on an experience that I encountered today, as well as revelation that I have received just from opening the word concerning everything that I had just seen. Okay, so let's get right into it. I walked into my mom's room today and the news was on, and what was basically being spoken about, the topic of discussion, let me be eloquent. The topic of discussion was Bushiri. So for those of you who don't know who Bushiri is, he is a so-called prophet, and he has churches in Harare and he has churches in Bulawayo, right? This is in Zimbabwe. For those of you who don't know where Harare and Bulawayo is, you never know, there could be some internationals up in here. So that is in Zimbabwe. So this is a prophet that is based in Zimbabwe and has churches in Zimbabwe. And he is on the news because he has been accused for the assault, rape charges for 2 young ladies. And they have come out and they have spoken and they've told their story. And from my understanding, according to the news, that this is not the first report that has been made about this prophet. And as I was watching it, like the whole time, my little brother Declan in the back, he was like, why are they still calling him a prophet? And like, as I'm saying prophet, it's just like, no, he's not a prophet. He's a false prophet. People that come in the name of what they really are not. He is not he's not representing the kingdom of light. And anyway, back to the news. So he has been accused of the rape. So I don't know if this guy has been arrested, because apparently in 2017, if I'm not mistaken on the date, on the year, sorry, he was charged for another rape case. But apparently that one was not, they didn't have enough evidence to lock him up, because clearly he's been moving around in these streets, in the churches, and luring young girls to his hotel room with the thought that they would be getting prayed for or delivered, or I don't know. But what has happened here is the Bible talks about false prophets. Okay, false prophets will come in the name of God, but they'll come in the name of light, because remember, the angel was the devil was an angel before. So he knows how to pretend to be light, even though he isn't. Trying to find the verse for y'all. Right, it's crazy because I just came into the room and I opened the book of Ecclesiastes 4. Sorry, I'm just trying to correct my pronunciation of words, because I realized that some of the way that I pronounce some words is not correct. So I'm just like consciously correcting my speech, because if I'm gonna be having these videos and speaking to you guys, then there has to be some sort of clarity in communication, and reading helps. So yeah, but yes, back to the word. So Ecclesiastes, I opened Ecclesiastes chapter 4 for those of you who would want to go into it, and it was in such alignment with what I had just viewed on the news. And after telling my brother Declan that there will be prophets that will come in the name of the Lord, but they are not of the Lord, and you will tell by their fruit, right? Anyway, so as I opened Ecclesiastes, and I was like, damn, these are the bars. This is like legit what's going on. Revelation, great. And I just started scrolling, like unconsciously scrolling the Bible, and I came across Matthew 7. Yeah, that's right. Let me just put a mouse here. Okay, I came across Matthew 7, right? And the title is Judging Others. But then it goes on to 15, and it talks about be on your guard against false prophets. They will come to you looking like sheep on the outside, but on the inside are like wild wolves. Hey, you will know them by what they do. Thorn bushes do not bear grapes. A healthy tree bears good fruit, but a poor tree bears bad fruit. A healthy tree cannot bear bad fruit. Okay, so it just basically goes on to tell you about false prophets and how you will tell them by their fruit. And this is a perfect discussion because this man Bushiri has come and has spoken in the name of God and has caused people to be blinded by the powers that he has access to, right? And therefore they have now begun to believe this man's teachings, although they are not of God. They are not of light. This man is a false prophet and he is pretending to be a sheep. The Bible discloses it as like wild wolves in sheep's clothing. All right? And this man is taking advantage of women in the church, vulnerable women that are going into the church to find healing, to find peace, to find love. And this man is taking advantage of these women and taking advantage of their vulnerability and their trust. Because when you go into the church, you go into the church with trust. You trust in that the people that are there and that are in authority are going to be of help and of love to you. And he's taking advantage of these women's vulnerability and raping them. To be quite honest, I don't understand how this man is not in prison right now. I do not understand why he has not been put behind bars. Because if this is not the first time he has a rape charge against him, wow. Let me not get emo. Back to Ecclesiastes 4. This is what it talks about. This basically talks about people that have power. Then I looked again at all the injustice that goes on in this world. The oppressed were weeping and no one would help them. No one would help them because their oppressors had power on their side. Our people are literally oppressed right now. Okay? Women in specific are oppressed right now. Everywhere you turn, there is a story about a woman that has faced some sort of abuse, physical, sexual abuse mental abuse, like all these different sorts of abuse. And we're being oppressed on every side. But because our oppressors, the people that are oppressing us, have power on their side, some sort of a power, there is no justice that is being served. And right now, if you look at this man, Bushiri, this man is a very well respected man in the community because he has prayed for people, he has delivered people, and has done what they would call miracles in the church. So in the eyes of the country and all those that follow his preaching, he has power. But his power does not come from light. It comes from the powers and principalities. Because Satan knows how to camouflage himself as light. He knows how to pretend to be light because he was once exposed to light. There's no one on this earth right now that knows light like Satan does, because he was a part of the kingdom of light before he chose pride over humility. He knows light. He was an angel of light. When he was cast down from heaven, God did not take any of his abilities away from him. Because what we need to understand is Satan, the devil, he is a spiritual being. That means that he has spiritual abilities, right? Powers. There are dark forces in this world. There are dark powers in this world. And for those that are spiritual and have understanding, that's what you would call dark magic. Those are all powers. I'll go back to Matthew because if I'm not mistaken, it talks about when Jesus says that they will cast out demons in my name and will do all these things. But when they come to me, I'll say, get away from me, ye that worketh iniquity. I do not know you. Because all of these things that are being practiced in his name, they do not fall into obedience to what he stands for and who he is. Money, money, money. Yo, money, false prophets, money, the church, money, money, yo. There we go. Matthew, bear with me, guys. It's all like just a lot, and I'm not used to filming and like trying to engage with the camera and engage with myself and the revelation that I'm seeing on this book right now. And just bear with me, please. I'm getting somewhere. Matthew 7 verse 21 says, not everyone who calls me Lord, Lord will enter the kingdom of heaven, but only those who do what my Father in heaven wants them to do. When judgment day comes, many will say to me, Lord, Lord, in your name we spoke God's message. By your name we drove out many demons and performed many miracles. Then I will say to them, I never knew you. Get away from me, you wicked people. Hey. So then anyone who hears these words of mine and obeys them is like a wise man who built his house on a rock. The rain poured down, the rivers overflowed, and the wind blew hard against the house, but it did not fall because it was built on rock. But anyone who hears these words of mine and does not obey them is like a foolish man who built his house on sand. The rain poured down, the rivers overflowed, the wind blew hard against the house, and it fell. And what a terrible fall that was. Right. Actually, Zwili. Sembalile manje from the Bible. That is what it is saying. These people are bound to fall. These people that are working in dark magic, these people that are working hand in hand with dark spiritual entities and forces to work in their favor, are bound to fall down, because walking in pride is equivalent to a fall. Walking in disobedience to God, mocking God by standing in a church and misguiding his sheep. You're messing with the wrong one. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. This is God that we're talking about. This is the creator of the universe, that the stars, that the sun, that the moon worships. This is God. Fear the Lord your God. If you read the book of Proverbs, if I'm correct, it'll tell you, how do you know if someone is wise? What is wisdom? Wisdom is the fear of the Lord. Because when you fear the Lord, you walk in obedience. When you walk in obedience, He is able to orchestrate your steps and to lead you in the way that will bring you joy, peace, love, that will bring you blessings, that will open up a channel of a heavenly realm. These false prophets, they don't care about the church because they are not a part of the church. Do not be deceived. You will know them by their fruit. Do not be ignorant. The time is near. Jesus Christ of Nazareth, King Jesus, JC, He's coming soon. And we need to prepare ourselves because the kingdom of darkness is working big time. He's like a roaring lion, agalali, doesn't sleep, constantly working to destroy your life, constantly working to distract you so that you divert from your path.